I'll have what FNS is having. I don't know what kind of glue he's been sniffing, what kind of drugs he's been taking.
You don't think they have a chance winning the whole event?
No.
No.
Top 4? Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, well, you know. What is it? I think somewhere like Hope Spring Eternal or something, or something crazy like that.
Yeah,
I can't do it justice. But the big question is Blue going, full North America. You can see him kind of wavering there at the end after that first map. They got out to such a good start in that first set.
He waved the white flag after. In the beginning, he's like, yeah, CLG, I believe. End up losing the first. And what he said as well was that they will win, right?
Yeah.
So then lost one map. Essentially, he said 2-1.
Yeah.
I was like, nope, 2-0.
Yeah.
Question mark.
You have to switch it now. I mean, it's
you don't
Inferno.
go back.
You don't.
No. That's the first mistake.
It's all right. It's all right. Here we are, though, into the knife round, and I thought the knife round, or someone thought the knife round on Mirage was important. It's just equally important on Inferno here. This is going to be so tough for CLG to get back into this one. So
we got this. Yeah, I mean, winning this knife round is way more important than winning the Mirage one.
Yeah.
Because Mirage can actually be very lopsided in terms, so you can actually get a lot of T rounds. Here, yeah, sure, if you are a very good team on your T side, you can potentially just run away with it, right? But I think, yeah, I agree with Anders there. If there's any chance in the world for CLG, they need to lock this down completely.
Well, here's the scary thing is they had such a good first half on Mirage. I mean, they were pretty, when you think about it, they were up, 10-3, pretty dominant through that stretch, and they dropped the ball in those last 2 rounds, and then all of a sudden, it's like, uh-oh. You just let it slip just that little bit, and that gave TQM all they really needed. I mean, if that ends 12-3, they probably win that first map. So
yeah,
you can't drop the ball at any second, and CLG is going to have to be on top of it all the way through this.
Anders is having...
what is he doing?
What's he doing? Well, obviously, whatever every man wants to do sometimes is rub your tit a little bit and then think of creamy mimosas.
Oh my god.
Unbelievable. I got a little bit of a stiffy. Just think about it. So what do we think about this this map? I think it's such a shame. That's what I was saying before as well. I think if Peter actually at least got maybe 1 or 2 more weeks coming into this event just to really grind out the issues that CLG had, they might have probably, I would have probably said they would probably have somewhat of a chance. But now you saw Mirage there. Yeah, C side was great. T side not so great.
Not so much.
I think
this
we're
is an even harder T-sided map here. And you can see Hayes just running across, trying to grab some information, going to win room. Not going to see anything in alt mid. Looks like TQM just bodies their way up middle until they see a presence. This is just a contact play. 3-man stack at the B bomb site for CLG. They have the wrong setup for this. And here it is, Cutler. He's going to have to man his ground. He did so good on Mirage at buying time for his team. And Hayes, he's going to be the one who has to win that battle, and he falls. So now it's just Cutler all alone in the pit. And he can't get anything done. They know exactly where he is. He finds 1 kill. That's a very nice kill. That's the bomb as well. It's going to delay things, and he almost makes it work a little bit longer. About as much time as he possibly could. But this rotation for CLG has got to stop the bomb from getting planted, but the smoke is going to ruin everything. So it's a retake now for CLG into this round. And TQM has plenty of time to set up and post plant. They have 3 members in pit. It's going to be so difficult to flush them out of position. FNS does have a kit to work with. Can't land that initial shot. And now all of TQM just barraging him with bullets. Can't make his way up lane. Tarek does find a kill, but it's down to a 1-on-3 now. So he doesn't have the kit either. And there's not enough time to make this work.
Yeah, you're completely correct with Hayes going down their apartments. If he had stayed alive, I would have said it was a really good positioning for CLG. Him going down, it's game over. Yep. You have nothing there. It's only Cutler left here on the bit. Yeah, he gets 1, but it's not going to be enough. Look at if you like really look at pay attention there. When Cutler goes down, everyone else is still on CT spawn.
Yep.
They weren't even close to helping me out, right? So Hayes there, not ending up getting the kill on the device, causing the round.
Yeah, well, also, I mean, just a full-blown gamble stack for CLG. 3 members in the B-bomb side, they don't even get aggressive to see if anyone's coming banana. I mean, that's the big thing, too. It's just 100% gamble in that pistol round. It doesn't pay off for them whatsoever. And now they're into this another second round bye. They won this on Mirage, but this time there's a lot more SMGs ready to just blow up into this B-bomb site. And
I mean, it's CLG, stacking mid. For CLG here, after the question mark just runs in here, just save the weapons that you have. Do another guess on the next round, but don't contest this. You can try play it safe, get some weapons, but you don't want to fight this.
Yeah, no, not at all. And even if maybe push down mid, grab some exit points, but either way, FNS does find that first kill. No one from CLG has gone down, so actually this is going to make them want to commit even more towards this retake. They have good positioning to at least keep TQM in the bomb site if they don't end up committing, but probing a little bit more. There's no kits on the CLG side, trying to make something happen as FNS. He falls, even Tarek can't find anything, and Device takes him out, and now it's just, there's no hope whatsoever. Now they're losing all the armor and pistols that you talked about saving. No joy for them whatsoever.
Yeah, it was kind of false hope when FNS actually got the first kill. Like you're saying, then they're like, oh, we got one, okay, let's go. In reality, yeah, you get one, but again, you see there, they end up not getting a single kill after that and losing all of their weapons. So essentially, you would have yet another round to just guess either stack B or stack A and do it again. And that round you can contest if you want to, because then
you're buying up next round anyways.
Exactly.
Or even, you know, if they don't commit to that, the other option is if they set up and they just decide to commit themselves to getting the exit kills and they kill 3 people, all of a sudden the economy for TQM is heavily diminished, and then you can have an even more impact moving forward.
Yeah.
But either way, into this round, it's one more gamble out of CLG in the first 3 rounds, where they have all 5 members at the A bomb site. And TQM spread out across the map looking for any kind of aggression. They do have 1 member probing towards the B bomb site. He's not going to see anything. So I imagine TQM, you're going to see all the members on the minimap start rotating back. All those yellow dots just going to come back towards Banana, just be content with getting the bomb planted and winning this out with that bomb timer.
Yeah, great job by Question Mark. This is exactly what you want to do. If you end up killing all of them the round before, you know that they will not have anything on this round. So then just spreading out, clearing everything like Device did. He was all alone on that bomb site, but it doesn't really matter. If he ends up going down, they will just hit A anyway. Now there was no one there. You know, it saved all of the remaining players. Question mark. Just rotate back and plan B.
Oh, Tarek trying to get some kind of a taser. Tries to lure Device out of library and get an angle in the bomb site. Can't do it though. No one from TQM falls. And now here's the question for TQM is how many of these SMGs do you keep into this round? Do you say, you know, let's keep 2 SMGs and see if we can salvage into some M4s into AWP, just build up the bank a little bit longer. You can see Kerrigan on that Galil, and the P90 still on Zipnix, but everyone else is upgraded.
Yeah, I mean, for this round, the person that has the SMG is obviously, you have 2 options. You're either the person that goes in a little bit delayed, so if you have a member that falls, just pick up their rifle, or you're the first one in, right? Yep. You don't want to be the second guy in with an SMG, for example, because then you're essentially just wasting an AK.
Right, exactly. And here we are, JDM with the AWP, doesn't have nades behind it, no smoke for him, so they only had 4 to start this round out. Also, crucially, is no kit, so retakes on this round have to come in very, very quickly for CLG, and they have 3 members dedicated towards the lane side of the A bomb site. So if this B bomb site falls, they're far away from the rotation, but Tarek mans it initially very well, gets the first kill, falls back into the site. He has no support though, he's flushed out of his spot. Kerrigan finds that kill. FNS through the smoke grabs 2. So now it's a 2-on-3, but the rotations are just so far away. They're in CT spawn right now. The bomb, fortunately, hasn't gone down yet, but a lot of time for TQM to find good spots and not a lot of nades for CLG to use to flush them out.
This could be potentially very dangerous for CLG.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very tough. The main strength of this is coming from that flank and Banana. They know there's no one there. They cleared that out. Hayes comes through the smoke in main. They're going to try and body all 3 members up, but Zipnix gets that first kill, and they have a really good crossfire. And that Molotov, with no kits, that Molotov might just spell doom. Hayes falls, and it's just JDM left, and there's no chance, even if he gets that kill, of winning it. So nice round from TQM. Trades don't go in their favor, but they had plenty of time to get set up perfectly for that.
Yeah, FNS with 2 frags in the beginning there. It was essentially was like a 4-on-3, and then they both end up going down. No, sorry, 5-on-3 even with FNS the 2 entries. Then Zipix, we saw there was SMG actually came in 3rd, getting the frag. And for CLG, I don't know if they thought it was a fake or not, but the rotation, like you were saying, like you pointed out, was very delayed, extremely delayed.
They were just so far away, the way they were positioned at that A bomb site. They were just so far away from getting over. I mean, that's the big thing, too. You can manipulate rotations on this map very, very well because of how long it takes for CTs to get to each bomb site. TQM does it perfect there, and there's a nice pick from Device up mid with the AWP, and he's just holding each side of brackets. Now he spots a shoulder peek, so he knows there's a second one. Misses that, but he might not be aware of Cutler being the 3rd, who's going to get aggressive, and Device is so smart. Just pulls out the CZ. Nothing that Cutler can do. Yeah, sure, FNS gets a kill there, but in reality, you don't have too much of a buy here. You have a C-set, you have P250s. Again, you want to try, you're not expecting to win a round here. You're expecting to just try and kill off as many people as you can, maybe even save this off for the next round, or you do a Tarek. Yeah, or you let Tarek go to work. He gets 2 kills with the P250. This could be magnificent. He salvages the op as well. Now he knows he's got time to work with. With that AWP, 3 kills in the round. Zipnix is just going to get that bomb planted. And Tarek, he's repositioned himself in halls, and this would be magnificent to win out. He swings out, he spots him, but he doesn't commit quite yet. Now he knows, he thinks Xyp9x is still on the bomb site, but Xyp9x is just toying with him, and the aim punch is too much for TQ to handle. Almost pulls off a miracle, but that would have been great to happen, but they got what they wanted. They got 4 kills.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly what I was talking about. Like, you don't expect to win these rounds. Now, yeah, sure, TQ made it really close, but in reality, he would have been happy with just killing 1 and save the op. Now you put it in a situation where it's like, hey, it's actually winnable. Great for you, and you end up killing 4, even better. So like, look at economy for question mark. You have Xyp9x with a lot of money, but the others are, you know, kind of limited. Yeah, they have enough money to buy next round as well, but they are keeping the economy at a bare minimum.
Right, and now this is where on the CT side, CLG has already given up 5 rounds, so now it's a little bit scary. It's at the point they have the full losing bonus, and they've got to get on top quickly. This time they have more smokes to work with. They have some kits as well, so they can take their time a little bit more on retakes. JDM's been brought down to about 50 HP, and that flash, FNS, he doesn't get blinded, but he loses the battle anyways. He does dink device, but he can't do anything else. So 5-on-4 advantage for TQM, and now with over a minute left in a man advantage, they can slow things down. They do have bracket control up middle, and they do have banana control.
For CLG, you need to take a gamble, like completely. Yeah, you see here rotate coming in. For CLG, just leaving B-bombs like completely. I really like this because you need to contest something. Well, now when you end up missing the very easy shot, and then, well, yeah, what you do here? I mean, you have CT control now even.
Yeah,
bomb ends up going down though.
You put it nicely. Miss a very easy shot. That's a crucial spot to have held too. And a good gamble by CLG having 4 members here, but so much pressure still being put on, but TQM can't find anything now. They've been stonewalled out of the site, and even the timing for Kerrigan is no luck. So CLG looks so unlikely, and they've clawed themselves back into this round. It's a 3-on-2 situation, and you're right, the bomb being down has caused so many issues, but Device still in it with only 8 HP, and he's got to do more. TQ cleans out Xyp9x, so it is a 1-on-2. He has the angle, but TQ is going to just swing wide. And he's going to clean that out.
Yeah, Kerrigan actually ends up going down, or going out first through apartments with the bomb. Ends up going down with the bomb in a very awkward situation. CLG took advantage of that, just held the bomb, ended up winning a round that they should have never won, especially when you have question mark. They have full CT map or CT side control. They have everything. They have mid. They even have banana if they wanted to. There's no one there to contest the whole area. But since the bomb went down in apartments, there's no point in trying to rotate because you need to get the bomb to win the round anyway.
Yeah, that's really put him down that 1 kill. And now JDM aggressive with the op, finds Xyp9x. He's not aware that the pre is so close though, but Cutler saves his life. Nice teamwork by CLG. JDM has got to be thanking Cutler so much right now as he falls back. And look at all the damage that's been done to TQM as well behind this. TQ, he's just going to peek. Nice information gathering, gets into cover, and then re-peeks onto Kerrigan. Finds a nice 2-tap, and question mark, they've just been whittled down. Yeah,
great teamwork coming in from CLG there. JDM, I mean, he was dead. Missing that shot, Cutler saved his life. And now as well, you see the smart from CLG as well, getting the 2 kills, rotating back, playing very defensive, and now you even have 1 guy in seat spawn, so the rotation is very fast towards the B-bomb side. Yeah, no map control for TQM as they come towards Banana. There's still actually even a Molotov and a smoke in JDM. And he's the one who's going to be rotating over from CT spawn. Here comes the execute. Hayes at Spindle. FNS over at first Oranges. He gets the opening kill. Hayes does fall, but FNS can just buy his time. He's got 2 very weak players to contend with. Swings out, grabs 1. Cajun finds it, but there's TQ. Comes through that smoke very, very quickly. Not even going to let the plant go down. So a couple rounds now for CLG and TQM. We talked about that economic damage that was done in the eco. I mean, they might be forced onto a save now. I think Xyp9x's bank has dried up. Yeah, and you saw the replay there for CLG. Again, great job. Perfect. And now you're putting in the question mark in a situation where they're forced to save. Sure, you're already down 2-5, but at this point in time, it's just about grinding around. So you want to make sure you keep your economy at a reasonable level. If you end up losing this one, for example, you're on a double save. So not losing a single member here is key for CLG. Yeah, and so far so good. They open it up with 2 kills. No one's taken a point of damage. JDM getting aggressive down mid with the AWP. So last round he had it in halls and got aggressive. This time he peeks down mid. So, you know, trying to make sure that TQM can't read where he's going to be next with the AWP. And this time, now he's on rap side. Kerrigan falls, takes that peek. And the last 2 members have been spotted by JDM, but he goes for a re-peek. Not very necessary, and he does fall. But either way, Cutler's here to bail him out. 2 nice headshots at long range. He's going to be able to pick up the op, so not too much damage dealt. Yeah, no, I think it was a confidence thing for JDM. I mean, you saw there when he was 6 rounds in, he didn't have a single frag, and now he actually got the 2. Now you got to try and same with Haste, right? So that's why they've been struggling a little bit. JDM, their main opper, he was the go-to guy on Mirage for them, not really showing up so far throughout this half. Same with Haste, right? Both of these guys they need to actually start doing some work, putting some work in if you want to have a shot at potentially winning the map.
Yeah, first one's the hardest. JDM finds his in the last round. Hayes still yet to find his, and look at this. Like you said, confidence peaks out of JDM, just right down mid delayed. This time from the other side, almost is able to grab 1 kill. But dupreeh has fastly worked himself up into the window.
I do like this from CLG though. Taking banana control, rotating back, put one towards A. I mean, this is regular CS, but it's not really something you see from the A&A teams too much, where it's like they actually want to fight. They take the control and then they can back up, and it's going to pay off.
Yeah, Cutler gets that opening kill. They do have a hull stack going on. It's working perfectly for him. dupreeh's still up here, but not a hull stack, excuse me, a lane stack. They had one boosted up onto the roof, and once again find themselves in a really, really good advantage. 5-on-3 into this round, and dupreeh trying to be a very aggressive lurker in these halls. He grabs an angle, hopes someone's just going to walk into his crosshair, but it's JDM who's holding it well. dupreeh does fall, so still no joy for TQM. They can't grab any foothold anywhere on this map, so these last 3 or 4 rounds have been very, very good for CLG. Hayes, he has an advantage here, but he actually misses. He loses that battle. Molotov is going to slow down any kind of a hit, though.
Yeah, Haste with yet another situation where you should have actually potentially gotten the kill. Like you're saying, the first frag is the hardest, right? After that, it's going to let loose. You see JDM actually coming alive now after you got the first 2.
Yeah, speaking of JDM, nice rotation to the bomb site. A second one, jumping up in the box, finding that headshot. Really, really good stuff out of him. And they needed him to come alive. He started to here in this Inferno this first half. 4-5 now for CLG. They've closed the gap. And TQM, once that losing bonus, I mean, it's not all the way built up quite yet, but they're getting there. This is going to be one more save out of them.
Yeah, and that's, I really want to see the kind of a Mirage, thinking from CLG coming in on Inferno here as well. Maybe even push a banana 1 round. Just try and take some more control. Keep question mark guessing where you're going to be playing. Because right now, if you just keep on playing defaults and stuff, they will catch on to that. And again, they already have 5 rounds, right? So you're going to give them a lot more leeway in like, oh, well, we get all the map control we need, right? And then we can just execute.
Yeah, well, here's a little bit of aggression. Tarek and FNS just flashing and peeking down banana. They mow down Cajun and Device, who've already fallen. There's Hayes, 1 kill on the board for him. JDM, he does do some damage, but they're just cleaning up TQM. So no one falls for CLG.
He's on the board, ladies and gentlemen.
We got him.
He's gonna ace now.
This next round, he just explodes.
Yep.
Just rushes down, gets 5 kills.
I like it. No, but again here, yeah, I want to see going banana. Great call. I don't know if it was Pito or it was them actually going into. You actually haven't seen JDM going towards banana with the op yet, so that's going to be a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this could catch him off guard. Here's the question: if you're TQM, you know, upping Terracide on Inferno can be a little bit dicey, but do you do it? Do you say JDM's starting to get a little bit too on fire? Device, we need you to pick it up and just put him back in his place, you know, or do you not? And actually, Device doesn't even need an op to do it. What a shot! JDM falls early.
Yeah, great job from Device.
Yeah, and now it's this wrap attack, and it's got to come through Molotov, but Kerrigan hits that opening shot onto Tarek. He falls, and now Hayes has got to do some work. He did get his first kill in the last round. We said he was going to have a big round here, and he's holding strong until he gets taken out from the side. Just too much pressure being put on too many different locations, and now Cajun even denying the rotation, and Cutler, he's the last left alive. He's in pit still, but they know he's here, and they're spamming him down. Kerrigan's going to find that one. What a round from Kerrigan. 3 kills for him.
Yeah, and the opening from Device there, you saw there, I mean, I really like the approach. You get the entry on banana from Device, and then right after, 2 seconds after, you end up going up mid, because you saw the rotation coming from CLG there right as he died, because he has no control, right? Because the other CLG member was just about to rotate back, then he was forced back again. It's like, oh, I end up dying.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, we talked about how you can manipulate rotations in this map. Kerrigan being very aggressive, getting into library, just blocking any kind of support coming in for Cutler. So, I mean, knowing that the times are so long, even Tarek even just had his knife out. So, really, really good stuff from TQM that round. They're now up to 6, but it's going to be another buy. And now they have an op in Device's hands. He did salvage that this round. JDM, though, is still going to wreak havoc. Gets that opening pick this time.
Yeah, great approach. And you see there, CLG actually putting the smokes very aggressive on Banana, not giving question mark any control there. So now they're forced to wait. And this is exactly what you want to do on your CT side. Whereas you want to tick down the clock as much as possible. And then by the time it's time for them to hit the bomb site, that's when you use the mollies.
Yeah, Sipnix. A little bit of luck on his side as he takes out FNS through the smoke. But this is really cool. I like this a lot out of JDM. Not just being mobile round to round with this AWP, but he gets a kill and he repositions himself in the same round. Grabs a do angle. This time it's not going to find him anything, but now the pressure is put onto Tarek. He's got one smoke that he can drop 45 seconds, and this is going to be a perfect smoke when he gets it out. But he knows the execution is coming. They're going to come right through it. He sprays. He uses his whole clip through the smoke, and Cajun just finds the nice timing on it. So nothing for Tarek, and there's nothing that CLG can really do on this retake. You know, one member's rotating over, but two members, they've already called for the save.
Yeah, and they were in a very good positioning there, where I don't on the A bomb side they guessed there, and they had Tarek all by himself on the B bomb side. When you're all by yourself on the B bomb side, you don't want to play the CT spawn area. The reason why is when the smokes and stuff comes raining in, you throw your smoke down, and then if you do get flashed, you might potentially just end up falling back, right? Which you essentially just give the whole bomb side to question mark, and then retaking that. Close if possible.
Yeah,
right?
you basically lock yourself out of any kind of a retake, and you saw it there.
That's why you always see like players like NBK, even Crims when he used to play Banana, Freiberg, like all of these players that's playing the B bomb site by themselves. They're always by the bomb site.
Yeah. Don't leave our man Neo out. You know, the
Neo
B bomb site specialist.
Yeah. No, but I'm sorry. No, but you know what I mean, right?
Yes.
They never play the CT spawn area because they know that once the flashbang comes raining in, they will just fall back, and it just leaves the bomb site completely uncontested.
Right. Just one unlucky flashbang you catch, and it's all over from there. That time. Nothing coming, so 7-5. CLG, because they saved 3 weapons, they still have a very, very good purchase into this round. 3 Molotovs work with, and all 5 smokes, so good stuff from them, but they are a little bit behind on this defensive side of Inferno. And this time, TQM, they slow things down. They're very spread out, just a default right now. Not committing to anything quite yet.
Yeah, good approach. They don't really... For the 3 members that actually save the weapons, they might think that the other 2 will be on a save, so they might be trying to do something aggressive, right? For question mark, just play it safe, do a default, get some control. You have all the banana now because they didn't want to contest it anymore. So then they know that you're here. So now, you know, CLG are forced to actually keep 2 players at B.
Yeah, this is very good. You're exactly right. Freeze that defense. Make sure they can't cheat or gamble over to any kind of a bomb site. TQM still not making too much of a presence. I mean, they know they're there, like you said, but I mean, nowhere else are they putting pressure on the map. No one has even taken damage from either of the teams. Device maybe a little bit down to 96, but here's a little bit of smoke and a flash for Cajun, simulating a B hit. He's going to run through as well, try and do something clever, and actually it's going to work perfectly. They know he's gotten to CT spawn, but now he just waits for FNS to run back through it, gets that kill, but they know it's an A hit. They know this is just a little bit of trickery, so 3 members still at the A bomb site. JDM and Hayes get those 2 kills. Zipmix does trade off, but it's a very good hold for CLG, very smart, and Cutler still alive in pit, just has to play for time. Throws that flashbang out, he's going to peek with it, tries to catch one out, but he doesn't commit to that. He's waiting for the teammate to rotate over smartly. And now, because of this, because Cutler has lived this long, they're trapped into the bomb site for the post plan. Tarek already up, he's going to swing out slowly, but Cajun wins that, down to a one-on-one. And Cutler, can he complete this? The Molotov is going to force Device out just a little bit with that AWP, and he goes for the peek. Cutler not ready for it whatsoever. He's going to fall.
You Molotov the whole left side of the bomb site there. Take a gamble there instead of second guessing where you're gonna put your crosshair placement, because you saw there at the end he whiffs to the left thinking that he's going to be on the box, but essentially look at the Molotov placement would just make sure that he's not going to be there anyway.
Yeah, trying to maybe think that someone's going to get a little tricky through that smoke.
Yeah.
But Device, that's an easy kill for him there at the end. Very, very close, but 5-8 now. And you can see CLG knows they haven't gotten enough rounds on their defense. You know, this buy-up now, they have a 5-7 in armor, they have CZ in armor, they only have 1 kit onto JDM, but they're feeling it now.
Oh yeah, they're going to have to do something. Again, we haven't really seen anything aggressive from CLG. You're not going to see it here either.
Yeah, now, I mean, look at this. Talk about a change of pace. TQM just very, very decisively takes the B bomb site. Just all 4 walk up banana, and now they've just demolished everything. So CLG is reeling right now as Cutler and Hayes have to try and save these guns for the last round, or else they have nothing. And Hayes, he's going to get that kill, but now they know where he is. He's going to get traded off by Dupree, and it's just down to Cutler to try and save his weapon. Gets that first kill, but also nice trading by TQM on the chase. They take all the guns out of CLG's hands. Now it's a very dire situation in this last round of the half.
Yeah, and I mean, just to call out, the Device has been absolutely tremendous throughout this series. I think it dropped, did I say like something like 27 27 frags on my Mirage, and now he's 18 bombing here as well, just doing work for
very quietly.
Very quietly, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Not really too flashy, but getting 1-2 kills every round essentially.
Yeah, look at this. Now they listen to you. Now they get aggressive. Nade stack takes out Zipnix. But look at this. TQM, they're all saying, all right, we see the nades. We know we're going to be expecting one person to at least be pushing, and it's Tarek who falls for free. FNS with a shotgun at this B bomb site. He's going to have some work to do. He's got the angle that he wants, but he can't get that first kill. Cajun drops him with a nicely placed AK shot. Just one more member here. That's JDM. He's got a FAMAS. He goes on top, and he gets traded off. So one more retake situation and a 2-on-3. Hazed with the 5-7. Cutler with the shotgun. Not the best weapon, and he's still actually over in alt mid. He's going to be very, very late on this banana flank. It's looking a little bit scary now for CLG, and Device watching for that flank. Hasn't spotted it yet. Timing, if it works out against him, that would just be a little bit heartbreaking, but now he's aware. Now he hears it. Now they know Cutler's there as well. Nade comes out. That's not going to do the job. Device is going to win that battle. And even though Hayes gets one kill, there's nothing he can do as Dupree drops him.
Yeah, and then, when you have question marks, just starting off with a 5-0 lead on the harder side of Inferno, we're talking about, Anders said it as well on the desk, where they need to have a great CT side here. Now you end up with only getting 5 rounds versus team question mark, which is a really, really good team on their seat side on Inferno. Right. You're going to have a hard time here.
Yeah, the first 5 rounds as CT on Inferno are so important. That's when the terrorists, if they can win that pistol round, you buy up in the second. Your economy is so weak in that first gun round from not having adequate smokes, not having adequate nades and kits. So that's when the terrorist team can really pile it on. And when you go down 0-5, this is a map where a lot of times we see there's only like 2 to 3 gun rounds won for terrorist sides. But if they start out with 5, that's extra 2 to 3 is like...
Yeah, the first 5 rounds should be the rounds where you build your economy, right?
Yep.
And then instead, you're ending up with just having very, very weak buys.
Now look at this though, very, very aggressive, and Zipnix is going to shut it down. He gets 2 kills. Kerrigan doesn't get anything, but he's bought time, and now it's down to a 3-on-3. Cutler and Hayes both respond. They're going to get that bomb planted. 2 members of TQM coming up banana. They spot out FNS at car as well. He has no armor, but he's got a teammate with him, so he's just trying to stay alive, but they spam him right through the panel. And now Cutler, he gets aggressive, finds one with the Tech 9, down to a 2-on-2. They're in good position as long as Cutler can win this fight. This is crucial. Dupree gooshes him through the sandbags, but can't clean out the kill. 1 member in the bomb site. Now they're going to clean everything out. No defuse kit, but he should have enough time, and that's a very good retake for TQM.
Yeah, CLG just doing the brute force approach, just rushing into B, getting the bomb down at a 3-on-3 situation. Very not really working together there on the after plant. 3-on-3, you have Cutler all the way down banana. You have 1 backup bombs, and you have 1 in ruins, I think. And then you have these 1-on-1 duels, and question mark, that will take advantage of that.
I think the great opportunity that CLG had there was when Cutler rotates to help FNS over at car, but FNS just, they have to get aggressive there. They have to peek that, and FNS just falling through spam. Really good play for TQM. You could see they were taking that banana retake very patiently. And look at this. They don't want any opportunity for CLG to do anything in this round. Push down mid. Cajun, he's still over at bench. He swings out, but it's going to be Dupree who gets 3 kills so far into this round. CLG with that plant. They don't buy armor. They just upgrade some pistols. They're going to go for a 3rd round buy. Hayes now has an M4. He can do a little bit more damage, but what a shot from Dupree coming back.
I really like the approach, because most of the times when you end up losing the first pistol round, sure, you got the plant now, so most of the time you're not going to buy anyway. But if, let's say, you don't get the plant, it's really good for CTs to just rush down mid, because it's the execute you should be worried about, right? When you have the Tech 9 armor and the smokes and flashbangs, and you execute. If you don't let them do that, that's actually better for you, because most of the times you're going to catch them off guard, right?
Take the initiative, and TQM certainly did it there. Close him out. Now this is just, it's such an incredibly important round for CLG to win with this buy. And look at the damage that's been done. FNS falls, JDM at 3 HP, Tarek at 2 HP. This is essentially a 2-on-5 right off the bat.
Yeah, with those nades coming in, and CLG just, instead of doing a regular default, they all run up from the T ramp and just got naded to death, basically.
How is your mental state in a round where this happens in the first 15 seconds, and you get one guy's like, oh man, I'm on 3 HP, and the other guy's like, yeah, I'm on 2.
Yeah, then you put the pressure on Cutler and Hayes in this position, right? It's like, well, we have the HP, we have to do work. Like, they can't even go near anything. Yeah. These guys are just essentially, like you're saying, it's essentially a 2-on-5 situation where you have these 2 guys with no HP. They just have to make sure that you stay as far away as possible.
And actually, going to send them both out balcony. Maybe use one as bait and hope the other one can get the trade. But actually, one's going to go boiler, one's end up falls. Those are the low HP players. And now even Hayes has been brought low. So all of a sudden, all of them, none of them can really afford to take any fights. They just have to try and gets some kind of a headshot, and TQM has just destroyed this attack from very early on in this round, all the way seeing it to the end. They have crushed CLG in this first gun round.
Yeah, I mean, just look at camera work, right? Like, CLG just seems devastated completely. And again, we have not yet seen
a timeout.
A timeout. Why? Yeah. Please, Mr. NA, enlighten me.
Yeah, I cannot. I don't think I can in this situation. I mean, this is something where maybe even during the first half, when they weren't being able, when they couldn't get a good read on their defense. But either way, still not seeing it here. Maybe we'll see it for the next gun round, because that's where question mark is going to be up towards tie point. At 14 rounds, there's no more mistakes for CLG to give in a map they absolutely have to win. And to think you're going to win, 10 straight to force overtime, that's insanity. You have to win the next gun round.
I mean, if you're FNS. Top 4 finish, baby.
Here it comes. Either way.
And same thing here. At this point in time, when you're in this situation, I'm not really sure how much money question mark is sitting on. But at least try and do something together here, especially on a map like Inferno, where you look at question marks, and they have the mollies, they have the smokes, they have the flashbangs. Just having nothing but just Tech 9s and P250s, you're not really. It's possible, but the chances of you winning the round or even getting frags at this point in time with no nades is very slim.
Yeah, they have nothing. I mean, this crossfire can do massive damage if they don't get a very, very nice P250 shot. They do force one member back, but Device is still here in Claws. He's not very low, though, and he can't fall back. And here's where Dupree tries to help him out, and they lose 3. So a little bit of a blunder here for TQM. Even Cutler has a nice position. He's letting Kerrigan just run completely by. There's the Tech 9. Long range. That would have been heartbreaking if he wasn't able to clean out that kill.
Yeah.
It looked for a second like the aim punch was going to turn around and just end things.
Yeah, and again, like I said, very slim chance. But question mark, they basically threw that round away. They had them always. They had everything to contest the aggression coming from CLG when they ran up middle. They didn't really do so. Instead, they're just sitting there aiming, ends up falling, costing the round, which in reality it shouldn't even have been this close.
Yeah, Dupree was forced back, so he couldn't defend, he couldn't assist and support Device very well over at Closet. But once he's given up that position, he makes the call to come right back and try and bail him out. And that's when, that's one of those things where you have to say, all right, you have to make the decision, just abandon your teammate. But coming back into it, he gets easily cleaned out. So CLG
you saw there,
quickly.
actually, Device had an option as well. He didn't really have to go back into copy there. He got the initial frag, and he could have just ended up rotating back. Instead, he puts himself in a situation where he's essentially stuck, right? And like you're saying there, then it's just a matter of you abandon him. Don't even help him out, because it's just gonna end up, especially when you're already low, right? You have to rotate back, use the mollies, use the nades you have, and just forget about him. Yeah, you give him a weapon, it doesn't really matter. They need to hit the bomb site, they need to plant, they need to hold the after plant.
Yeah, CLG bought themselves a small window here to get back into this game, and Device is trying to close it as best he can with that opening kill onto Cutler. Nice pick down Banana with the AWP. So no Banana control for CLG. And now look, I mean, Kerrigan's holding this solo at an angle, and all of TQM, they're stacking over towards this A bomb site. One member in CT spawn to have a quick rotate back if Kerrigan feels pressure, but this is dangerous now for CLG, who have no option at the moment to go back towards the B bomb site. They're basically committed to at least getting bracket control.
Yeah, at this point in time, if you're CLG, you want to make sure that you hit B at least with a flash or two, so you have Kerrigan rotate back. Because you're not going to have a good time here, especially when it's a 4-on-5 situation on you. Now you get leg shotted as well, and you have no map control.
Yeah, no one's rotated back, though, to help Kerrigan at the B bomb site, and they haven't even gotten a good read on whether this is coming. So that pressure up bracket, was enough to at least stall out the support at this B bomb site. Now we're seeing the rotation. Kerrigan is going to get close up behind the smoke. Nice pop flash from CT spawn to bail him out. It completely blinds Tarek. What a beautiful play from TQM. Now Kerrigan repositions, and he's just outplaying CLG. Him and Zipnix combined to just destroy this attack. That flashbang is nicely done, so Hayes sprays down 2. But what can you do from here? 20 seconds left. He doesn't have the bomb in a 1-on-3. And Device is going to clean it out. What a B defense when it looked a little bit tenuous.
Yeah, I mean, look at the difference there. Just compare Kerrigan's approach there to Tarek's. Even though, yeah, sure, Kerrigan got a flash from his teammate from CT spawn, but he was in a much better position where the flashbangs that they throw will not actually hit him, right? Whereas for Tarek, he was in CT spawn, didn't really get any help, forced run through, got flashed, and ended up dying. Kerrigan, very smart. Get the first one. CLG have no idea where he might be sitting, and he just ends up rolling towards the other side. And great play.
Yeah, it was very, very nice, and that forces CLG onto a very weak buy. 1 AK-47 onto FNS. There's 3 Tech 9s and a P250. They do take banana control, but they don't utilize it. So they, Hayes is all the way pushed up. He knows it's a little bit clear. They're falling all the way back towards, T slope, towards that T ramp in middle. And now they're going to come back up banana. So just checking to see if there's any kind of aggressive push from TQM from alternate mid. And still looks like they're a little bit undecided on where they want to go. But they've pulled a third member of TQM to cheat towards this B bomb site at least.
Yeah, but I think that's going to hurt them in the long run. When you have a buy like this, normally where do you end up going on a first player? It's B, which question mark knows as well. They're taking a gamble here. And they're going to end up... Are we going to see a B split, perhaps?
It's very, very possible. It's looking. I think this is just one more play from CLG to try and, pull maybe one extra player away from that B bot. They do pull a third player, and they're just going to fall away. So now here's the thing: is TQM, are they just going to be content with the setup they have, or is someone from A going to make an information gathering? Either way, it's not going to come in time. Device does leg the first member. Nade comes out. It's a nice one. FNS falls to it, and now he's just going to play it a little bit more passively. Rotations have come in. He's got one member over towards Oranges. Can't land the jumping shot, but there's where Zipnix bails him out. Really, really well done. A nice crossfire that hasn't been blown up. And look at Zipnix, not even peeking whatsoever. He knows he's got them frozen, knows they have to commit wide if they want to clear him out. And he's waiting for the flashbang, and it's perfect. Gets those 2 ending kills.
I mean, great job. Like you're saying as well, Sifix. He doesn't even have to peek in that situation. He just sit there and wait. Device was in coils as well, and you just wait for the flashbang from seed to spawn, and then you can peek. And yeah, I mean, great job by question mark. Great team play.
That's between the, Zipnix has been so impressive. We talked about, he's got 22 and 10 in this map right now. Device is up at that 27. Those two have been playing so well, but Zipnix has been very, very impressive at how he plays his spots. The B-bomb set on Mirage, B-bomb set here on Inferno, and it's just crushing CLG, not even giving them a chance to really even kill him. And now it's got to be 9 straight for CLG, 6-15 if they want to try and make this comeback, and they only have Tech 9s to do it with.
Yeah, you do have all the nades though, and I mean, last round you ended up trying to go B, and now you see Zipix, you're not even trying to contest B now, so Zipix, he has full control. If the question mark want to rotate back, they could just leave one person.
Yeah, and look at this. This is now TQM. They hear the pressure coming up towards brackets, and this time instead of Dupree and Device, fighting for it like they did at the last eco that they lost, they just fall back and play it passively to use the range of these rifles they have. And Kerrigan once again all alone at the B bomb site. Just playing from sandbags. And they're not going to pressure him whatsoever. Dupree gets a double kill coming up mid. There's a big change from the last defense in mid. Might even get a third, but he's not going to. FNS swings wide, does grab him. But still, what is CLG? They haven't really gained much. They've lost a lot of HP, and all of a sudden, Tarek's got 3 HP, so talk about pressure on Cutler. He's got a lot of work to do. Now in a 1-on-4 as well. So this is looking like TQM in this map and 2-0 in this matchup altogether. As CLG does fall in the end. Looked good on Mirage, but Inferno, as most of our analysts said, was going to be dicey for him.
I mean, we've seen this all day, I'd say. Liquid, the first map as well, first match, cutting it close on the first map, and then just bombing out on the second one. See, same thing with CLG, getting their chance there on Mirage, just bombing out, and then on the second map, you just, they can't even contest anything.
Yeah, and it's just the work. I mean, if you want to clinic a little bit on holding that B bomb site. I mean, look at some of those rounds that Zipnix had in B with his teammates. Yeah. Patiently waiting for pop flashes, biding his time. It's just so well done, and that's a situation where you don't even let, that's a situation where it's going to be hard for anyone to win there. I mean, you don't even let the aim be a factor in winning that round.
Yeah, no, and I mean, for NA, it was the last hope. Rest in peace.
Oh, yeah? South America, best America? Is that what you're getting at?
No, I never said that. North America, worst America.
I'll say it. South America, best America.
All of NA got creamed.
Yeah, creamed really rough. I mean, everyone.
Really? Yeah. Was it a really rough creaming?
It was a rough creaming.
Kind of like the jalapeno poppers we had yesterday, wasn't it?
Just like IEM.
Yeah, just like IEM.
And we're going to send it over with the post-match interview with Sadakist up on the stage with Device.
Thanks so much, guys. Yeah, Moses getting into the play-by-play, dude. It's a good thing I'm doing these interviews now because I might be out of a job soon, apparently. Speaking out of a job, you guys put CLG out of one that game. Started off a little slow, though. How was cash to work into it? It looked like UT said you won pistol, got eco'd, lost your momentum.
You mean Mirage, right?
Mirage.
Yeah.
See, I might be out of a job as an interviewer, too, turns out.
Oh, yeah, we started pretty slow. I mean, we won the gun round, and we made a pretty horrible mistake by overcommitting in our anti-eco, and they played really well and stacked really well, so we lost that and lost a bit of momentum early in the game. We felt like they played really good as CT. You can't say that it was our faults. They just played the right setups at the right time and played good. And we managed to get the 2 last rounds, which made the CT comeback possible.
Do you have, I didn't get a chance to speak with him between games, do you have an inkling that perhaps that was something that had to do with the momentum and motivation going into Inferno? Obviously that was their map choice. You stole it from them in some ways, you know, coming back late with the scoreline as it were 10-5 for them. Did that contribute to their sort of demise on Inferno, or were you guys just way more in control?
I feel like our Inferno T side is like really good, so it's hard to say what like played in their minds. I don't really know, and I don't really know how much like their confidence affects them. It seemed like they played like they wanted to, and I mean, like we hit our shots and we managed to do the trades when we went to the side. So I think it was just that we played terror sides really good.
And you guys have been known to do that, actually. I feel like you guys are like an underrated Inferno team in some aspects. You go back as far as March. You guys were actually beating Fnatic when you guys had that whole we were the Fnatic Kryptonite. Fnatic, you guys were beating them quite consistently on that map. So interesting to note, perhaps something you guys can revitalize. Talk a little bit about communication, though. And the only reason I bring this up isn't anything specific, but it has been an issue that I've talked about with teams throughout the day. I know that obviously with Mo standing in, they had to water down their strat calling. I know that Envious had said, and I talked to Kenny S, and he said they were just having missed timings, missed thrown flashes. How was it for you guys? And there was one specific play, the reason I asked, I think it was round 26. Dupree backs off of the truck side inside the site on Inferno, walks back out when this pit player already died, and he put himself in a sort of a crossfire position. It just looked like there was some, I don't know, maybe I'm overreading it, but I'm just curious.
Well, for starters, our communication has always been our weak point. Especially on the CD side, where it depends a lot on all 5 in the team, whereas at the T side we rely a lot on Kerrigan, which means that when we are on the CT side we lose much initiative, which is actually the thing we spoke about earlier, what we have been working on. And I think like today was a good day communication-wise. We didn't stress out, we didn't do many misplays. Every team like makes misplays, you can't avoid that. So I think actually communication was strong today from our point of view. Which also like shows on the scoreline.
All right, and you have obviously the rest of the day off, but the second game in your group is coming up. It's LG versus Na'Vi. Starting to become a bit of I won't call it a rivalry yet, but they've seen each other quite a few times over the last sort of month since Cluj. Na'Vi's had the better hand. LG's got the new roster. Who would you rather play tomorrow, and who do you sort of pick in that one?
I mean, like, it's a hard matchup. LG played really well at DreamHack Winter, obviously, and I'm excited to see how if they can bring it further on now that people actually know how their play style is going to be. We played LG a bit in practice, and they had a really good showing, and I actually think LG will manage to win this time.
It's weird. There's some people that are saying that now with the new players, and that's something that you touched on. You scrimmed them because they stayed in Europe and boot camped after DreamHack Winter. So thanks so much, Device. Good luck to you moving forward. We'll see you again tomorrow. And with that said, we'll head back to the desk to break down that last game. Take it away, Machine.
Take it away. Take it away, we shall. Thanks very much, Matt. I'm, of course, joined by lots of pretty faces once again. We've got Anders, Semler, and Blue to walk through what was an interesting one, I think, to say the least. TSM, I mean, the discussion there from Device was really interesting. I just called them TSM again. Oh, soon!
I think most of us have made that at least once. I think it's just an accepted thing at this point.
Okay. Either way, he made an interesting point. He said, one of the main problems and one of the problems we've always faced was communication. That was the main problem we have. And on T side, they're very reliant on Kerrigan. CT side, that's where sometimes it falls off. I hadn't necessarily considered, you know, I always thought that's something that they're going to grow out of. And yet he's still considering it now, 6 months, 7 months down the line, saying that that's still an innate problem of TQM. Anders? Why is it a team that's been together this long now? That roster hasn't changed. They considered it, but they haven't. How can you still have communication problems? Is it something... I mean, is it a roster problem?
I mean, I guess it's like a personality thing. Like, you know, I think a bunch of the players. I think Sip is automatically like kind of a quiet person. Mm-hmm. He focuses a lot on his game. He's very much a team player, but I think not in terms maybe of communication always. I think Cajun is the sort of person, especially who will. If things are going great, he'll probably talk a lot. I think if things are going badly...
You don't want him to talk?
You don't want him to talk maybe that much. There is like a sort of a, like, I don't maybe not a hidden rule, but there should be a rule in Counter-Strike that says if you're not going to be doing well, like in terms of fragging, you should at least be able to help out in terms of communication and information for your team. Yeah. You can actually do a lot for your team, even if you don't kill anybody, just by being active on the communication and like, you know, coming up with ideas even, saying, I think they're doing this, or I seem to run into this problem all the time. You know, like, keep the communication flowing, because if you're not doing that, then not only are you not helping in terms of killing anybody, but you're
lost.
Yeah, you're not giving your in-game leader anything to work off of. It's really hard, you know.
How was comms on the CLG side of things? We actually have the kind of the pleasure of being so close to them that we can actually hear what they were saying. And what were your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think, again, the problem with CLG comes into the same issues that we saw back in the last map, is that as soon as the pressure gets onto these guys, a lot of the good communication aspects that we saw back on map number 1 just immediately start to fall off, and it's just problem after problem, again, that these guys start to have. Even with the new coach, which I think was actually doing a really fantastic job of trying to drive them to a certain degree, once they come under pressure, I think you were making a good point before, the coach can only do so much for the roster.
Yeah. Don't worry, North American fans. You can still be proud of COD.
Yeah, I mean, it's
that's a low blow.
I think we're taking it in turns just to fire a kind of less of a shot, more of like a nuke every single time. Every time we do a segment at this point, but North American teams have yet to pick up
nuke
a
is
map.
coming, so.
Soon, yeah. I think that should be our next Phil discussion. We're going to talk about nuke for a bit. But
hey guys, no, this is like Valve. You know, it's like, hey guys, I heard you wanted a nuke. You know what? We're going to drop you a pistol that fires nukes,
which has just been changed. Oh my God, we get to talk about that again. Hey, so many things to talk about. But North America yet to pick up a map here, the ESL ESEA Pro League, and now their opportunity is going to have to wait till tomorrow. We've got Luminosity on the horizon. It's going to be an interesting game, and I feel like we've got an awful lot to say about that one, and I'm looking forward to just dissecting that one with you further. A couple of closing thoughts though on TQM and their kind of what your expectations are for them coming in towards the later stages of this event, and for their opponent CLG. Let's just kind of like see if we can map out how we see this one transpiring for them.
For CLG.
Well, I mean, I was thinking more
any of the North
both,
American teams. I mean, to me, it's still the ultimate, the end all be all is still confidence, and that you can apply that to any game and any situation. You know, confidence, right? But to me, it's just like they are, you know, as soon as things start to go against them, they lose all confidence. And I saw CLG as having the best chance at taking down a European team today, not only because they do have the skill as far as the aim is concerned to go toe-to-toe when they have that confidence, but because TSM out of the European teams here are probably the least confident in their abilities right now, least confident. There was a chance, we saw it on Mirage, where there was a chance, you know, that they could have rocked TSM. If they'd have picked up Mirage, anything was possible going into train, CLG that is. Yeah. And it just, as soon as things start to go against CLG, bam, you know, we see the same problems come up time and time again. And this, I think, applies to like all North American teams right now. It's very difficult when you come into a match and perhaps things have been going well in this bubble, in your bubble in North America, right? And then you just get completely demolished. It's resetting you mentally every single time. So,
I mean, how much of a difference would it make if a North American team ventured to Europe for an extended period of time?
I don't think it would make any.
No.
It's a huge mentality change that needs to happen on these teams. Is again, it's literally like it affects pretty much every single North American team has that issue where as soon as things start to go bad, the communication breaks down, the team play breaks down, individual players start to perform not as well as they should technically be performing overall, and that just hinders on them in such a huge way. These guys need to take a step back and realize this and hopefully figure out some way around it.
This is why, you know, when Pimp and Alu are getting, you know, they're getting dropped from their rosters, that I think it would be really important for a North American team to pick them up, because more so than spending time in Europe, I think they need to have directly in the server with them that influence, like an experienced European player or two, like really top tier European players who can come in and be like, that those players are going to respect. There's going to be like, listen, these are the problems. This is how we're going to fix them. You're going to listen to me because I've been at the top in EU. Now it's time to help you guys out. I think something like that has to happen, because right now I don't see North America alone digging themselves out of this.
But I mean, just because you've played in European CS doesn't mean you're going to be like the clicking, you know, the transformation that North American teams need.
It's true, I guess, because we have PETA behind CLG, and you know, again, it's that same kind of coach question.
Yeah, but to
respect question.
To his credit, Mirage, we were listening to them, and he was talking an awful lot, and they looked incredibly good on that first half. It was actually the second half on Mirage where all of a sudden CLG looked a little more lost on their T side. Then we saw this kind of, he looked a bit more absent, and it does feel like as soon as the comms go, so does the CLG.
And also, you have to wonder just how comfortable PETA is in the role, because when things are going well, it's really easy to interact with your players, right? Because everything is already running smoothly, so everybody, you know, spirits are high, and he's like, well, you know, watch out for this, and you're like, yeah, that's a really good idea, right? But do they respect PETA, or are they used to PETA yet enough where if things are on the rocks, can he just step in and say, hey, you guys are doing this wrong, and they're going to react to that?
I'm sort of wondering at this point if the original problem here, I mean, apart from the whole iBuyPower problem, which sort of like removed a bunch of the really good players, right?
Yeah.
Right.
There's still some suffering going on there for the whole NA region. Yeah. But then there was like the whole, what was sort of popularly referred to as like the NA snuggle. Instead of the NA shuffle, which should have been. where someone tried to create like an NA super team, and that never really happened, right? Came sort of fairly close, but there were obviously some players that were left out due to like personal reasons or differences with certain organizations that they didn't want to be a part of, and all of these things, right? So we've never had that, and it feels like if we had just like one American team that could sort of pave the way, then that would probably like that.
They're
would
right
probably,
there, Anders.
Yeah, well, Luminosity could be one of them, but I mean, at least someone to show the rest how it's done in the region. I think that could be a big sort of almost like a gravity sort of well for that kind of thing.
And for a while we thought that was going to be Cloud9, and then they haven't even made it to the top 4 here.
Yeah, Cloud9 is a very rough story for.
That's going to, yeah.
Feel free to tell
still
it. Feel free.
smart.
I'll happily let you tell that story nice and quickly of the rise and fall of Cloud9. Here we go.
I mean,
a story time with Blue.
I would say they just had the honeymoon phase comes into play again. It came in a little bit late for them, and it went for a little while, but it never got them a single first-place victory. And then as soon as we get past Cologne, it just completely falls off. And unfortunately, we never see that from them ever again, that super strong, dominating performance. And they kind of sink into a lot of the tier with teams like Team Liquid and whatnot.
And my question then to you before we do head to a break is that going to be the case for the new Luminosity roster? Just turn up and absolutely, drop bombs. We see there's 2 new players added, and we already our eyes are locked onto them. Like, what on earth is Taco and FNX bringing to this roster? They look good.
There's a team that's confident.
Yeah.
Only problem is they're also running up against a team that's confident. Na'Vi are hitting the highest level that they've had all year right now. They're looking really good, and they know it. And Guardian's walking around. He gets into a server, and he turns into this like badger, this like Wolverine. He's short, stocky, looking for a fight, just hunting all over the place on the map for frags. Once he gets that op, he gets that first taste, like blood in the water, right? He just takes that first bite, right? And then he's just letting them wallow a little bit until he just goes in and rips them to shreds and ends it, right? That's what Guardian is. They have to deal with that. So, but then these guys have Cold. And he's similar. Hi, Cold. They have Cold, who is a monster right now as well.
Yep.
So really, this is going to be this is the match of the day because you have 2 beasts, one on each team. You have a confident roster backing both. Like this is going to be real and it's tactical CS as well. It's not just beat your head against the wall until something happens.
Or like we've seen from TQM, Envy, and Fnatic, we run around and frag at the moment. That's literally what all 3 members have said in those interviews. Like, yeah, we just kind of run around and get frags and see what Carrigan has to say. Yeah, we just run around and get frags, see what Flusher has to say. Yeah, we just run around. Like, it literally is the same story for these top 3 teams.
And Na'Vi could say, well, we kind of run around and wait for Guardian to get a frag and then see what he has to say. I mean, that could work too.
You can sort of watch their play online to a certain degree, and you see this too with Guardian, where on certain maps, like some of the strategies literally revolve around someone escorts Guardian around the map so he can pick up long range frags, and then someone else is just with him to act as support in case something gets a little bit hairy up close.
Oh, that was the big shift, right? When Na'Vi like hit that next stage in their evolution was before they were so reliant on Guardian. And then they brought Flamey in, and Flamey, granted, he had some shaky moments where he let the team down, but that Na'Vi roster now with the Flamey, who's up with the up-close rifle work, I'm going to just completely crap all over you. Zeus is there as well. He's not calling anymore. He can focus on fragging, so you see this rejuvenation of his game because all of a sudden he's got that pressure off of his shoulders. Now he can just run around and look for headshots.
Absolutely.
It's a revitalized Na'Vi. So...
The scene
this is going to be good, guys. This is going to be good.
The scene is set, guys. We're going to dig a whole lot deeper into the Wolverine Guardian or whatever August thinks he's talking about. We're definitely going to be doing more of that, and we're going to do so after the break. While we are diving to a break, you've got something to do. Whip out your phone and head over to the theScore eSports application. Grab that over on Google Play and iOS, and we'll be back in 5 to talk a little bit more about the Brazilians battling up against the boys in yellow.
The bees.